Good morning, folks. It's about a little late morning here on the East Coast, just starting our hangout this morning. This is the end of February hangout for the Salesforce tips and tricks from the Marks Group. What I'll be showing today is our latest 3 blog entries, which would have been done at the end of last month, early this month. And you can always get to that page by going to the marksgroup.net, or you can go to blog.marksgroup.net, M-A-R-K-S-G-R-O-U-P. That's where we have our tips for Salesforce, Goldmine, Crystal Reports, Microsoft CRM, and I think I already said Salesforce, but yes. So here we are today. I'm actually just doing the Hangout to go over these last 3. We're using the Google Hangouts platform. Some of you might be watching this on the YouTube with the delay, which is fine. If so, if you have any questions and you want to ask anything, please use the Q&A section of the program. It allows you to kind of communicate back and forth with me, and then I will be able to answer any of those questions, so on and so forth. Okay, so the 3 things that we're going to go over today are tags. It's 2 tips kind of combined into one, and then the mini form or the mini view. Okay. I actually really like the mini view, just to kind of show you what's going on there. If I put my mouse over health mats, you see there's a list of information in there: account name, parent account status, account source, type, and I can change that around. I actually use it a lot more for contact. See Ronald, the company, the person, their title, address, so on and so forth. Okay, even a custom field called primary contact. I'm going to show you how to do that and the reason why I do it. And I think you'll find it helpful. Okay. The first piece that I wanted to go over, though, was the tags. Okay. Tags is an earlier item. It's been around for about 3-4 years. I think it's being replaced slowly by things like hashtags in Chatter, things like that. But once enabled, it can be very helpful. I will be honest with you, I never really enabled it until we started doing these tips with this one here, because I never found a reason for it. But since I've done it, I didn't write this tip, one of our other folks did. Since I've enabled it, I actually did kind of find it quickly useful. All right, so first thing I have to do is I have to go to setup, and then I have to go and I'm going to do my search for tags. And I have tag settings, personal tag cleanup. There's personal tag cleanup if I wanted to kind of clear up any of the things that I was doing there. But the tags, if I go to tag settings, it allows me, essentially when you get here, it looks like this. They're both, neither one is enabled. So you enable them, right? You choose where do you want to enable those tags, okay, what items, as well as the layout. So therefore here, I could actually get rid of all these if I wanted to and just have it that I want, like the lead layout to have it. You know, if we have like the account layout, here's the account one. Maybe I don't want it on this one, right? And I only have it on leads and accounts, but you can customize that. The other one is to enable the public tags, same idea. Okay. Now public versus personal. Personal ones are only the ones you can see, no one else can see them. Public is they're global and everyone can see them. Okay. I've actually enabled both tags at this point. So they're both there. Now the other thing that to do is I went to my home layout. Okay. And earlier I never saw this. So if I go to my dashboard home page default layout, there's an item here that says tags. Okay. Other items you might have is messages and alerts, the create new. This is how you control what's over on that left-hand bar when you're looking at Salesforce. Okay. Custom links I like to use that a lot with clients that they have maybe certain pages that they want to, intranet pages, something like that. But if I do tags and I save that, what I get, and this is where it just shows me where it ends up, and I can actually move it up if I want. And I go there. I save it. And now if I go to home, I now have my tags, and they're right there at the top. I have my create new, but I also have my tags. Okay. What this is essentially a search area for tags. Okay. If I click on it, it opens up my tags area, allows me to search. These are 3 tags that I've added this morning. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But what we've got in here is the searching is what's going on. You notice I can also do this and say like Goldmine, right? And I can search that. Shows me a lot of stuff, okay? But down at the tags, it also shows me those. And I can click on there's my 2 items that are tagged with Goldmine. So I'm going to actually show you here. Here's health mats. And what we've got down in here is I actually have a product. Are they Goldmine Premium? What is their build? Where are we at, right? Now, if I look at it this way, though, you can see what happened was in the show feed bar that I have collapsed, okay, I also have a tags area. Okay, so let me go to a new record, one that I haven't done yet. I'm going to go to LG Capital, scroll down, see what their product is. Their Salesforce. So I'm going to add a tag. And I'm going to put in Salesforce and save it. And now I have a tag there. Now I'm also going to add another tag. I'm going to add in hot prospect, which there it is. It remembers what I have in there, and I say save. So now it's got 2 tags. Okay. Now the way this works is if I go to my tags area now, I go to the home, and I go to my tags. I have Goldmine, Hot Prospect, Salesforce, so I can actually say, oh, I just want to see the Hot Prospect. There they are. But now maybe I want to see what's in there for, you know, Salesforce only, and I'll click that, and now these would only be the Hot Prospect in Salesforce. It tells you what you're looking for there. So you have an unlimited number of tags that you can do within a record, and you can just search for that, but it allows you to kind of whittle down what you want to do. Think of it as a filter. Right? I have other people that are using custom fields and creating views and filters, but this is a way to filter them out by tag. So you could do it that way. Okay? And that's essentially what we're looking at for the tags area. Like I said, you can do hashtags if you want. You can do hot prospect. You can make them. I can even do rename here and just call it hot and say save. Now if I do that, they're all hot instead. Right? Like if I get rid of my Salesforce one, there are the tags, hot, Salesforce. So I can rename them if I don't like them, or I can combine them 2 together. Okay. So for instance, if I go and I find Answer and I go add a tag and I say hot prospect, which is a new one, and I say save, I go back to my tags area again. And I'm going to have a hot and a hot prospect. This is where I might say, ooh, I don't really want to have that. So let's rename these to the hot prospect, save it, and then I should end up with 3. And it asked me, it said, do you want to combine them? And I did. So now there's my 3 hot prospects. Just happens to be here. This one's Salesforce. Okay. So in a way, it's a nice thing. Now, what are the limitations of tags? Well, can't report on them. There's actually a nice article I was reading earlier that kind of walked me through it. And it was a little bit bigger than our blog, but it talked about tags in detail, what the good, the bad, and the ugly is. The good is it's easy. The bad is that you do have a limitation on how many tags you can do. I don't think you're ever going to hit that. If I go to our blog area, we actually had the tag limits last month. So you've got 500 unique personal tags, and you can have 5,000 tags applied. Okay, there's 1,000 unique public tags, which seems like a lot to me, and then you can only have 50,000 instances of these public tags. I mean, to be honest with you, I think if you're tagging it that high, if you're doing that many, I think you need to come up with a custom view or a custom view that relates to a couple fields here and there, and you're doing drop downs to actually itemize your records. That's what I would think. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and jump right over to the next tip. Okay, so that's about it on tags. What I want to do is go over the next tip, which I actually do find very, very valuable. Like I said, I alluded it to in the beginning of this call, talking about the mini form. So right here, that lead's been converted. Let's go here. Here's Jeff, right? If I scroll down a little bit, it shows me Jeff's mini form. Okay, what's all showing up in there, and that's great. Out of the box, you're not going to find those mini views to be there. So let's go to the account record, because if you notice, here's an account, not much going on in there, okay? But instead, if I go here and I go to the account record, let's go ahead and just go to Ronald Williams, and let's scroll through to see there's a status, okay? There's an address, there's a product, okay? I don't have a lot of other stuff in there. I don't need the thing like the source, the account source of the client. I don't really need that. But what I want to do is I'm going to edit the layout which we all know and love, okay? But one of the things that you may not see is the mini page layout, and it's right at the top, okay? The mini page layout allows you to modify what is actually showing in that pop-up when you do the mouse over. So for instance, I don't need account source. That's fine, except it doesn't let me do it, so I'm going to move it down. I've got a account name. I don't need parent account. Again, yelling at me. These are certain things that are out of the box. Type, that's fine. Status is good. Account name is there. I'm going to add in certain things like, these are available. Oh, I can even do, this is new. Let me mess with this. So I can do things like gold mine, or the product, right, that they have, okay? I can even do things like their toll reimbursement and their, where's the mileage? One-way mileage reimbursement. I actually like that. You'll see what that does after a while, okay? It allows me to see what I'm getting reimbursed for when I travel out there, what I have to report, right? So we do that there, and I say save. Now I'm also going to do, I'm going to check this box here to see what we get, because this is new. I'm going to say the task, the name, just say save. Okay. Now I go to my home page. If I go to Ronald Williams now, I'm going to get my account name, the current status, their type, the product, the mileage, toll reimbursement, and then these two I could not get rid of. These are fine. Okay. Now what I'm not seeing is, and I have to do a little research on that, because that mini concept, that mini form view, I don't know what it was showing me below. If I do this here, let me go to Ronald Williams again, edit the layout. We're kind of doing this together now because I haven't changed this before. Related lists in the mini view of the console. I'm going to do this and say, let's do contacts. Name, email, phone, primary contact, and say save. Okay, if I do home. So I have that there, that's fine. I have another pop-up there that shows me, this is where it also gets controlled for task detail, things like that. If I do Ronald Williams here, it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm going to have to look into what that mini view does. Because if I go here, I'm not seeing the mini console, right? I mean, I have these things here, which is fine. Primary contact, actually, it could just be these, which is silly, because we can control that somewhere else. So we have that there, but what I look at is just this. Now, I'm going to show you, where does it come into play, right? Well, a lot of times, if I'm writing a contact or someone wants some contact information, I might do a new email message. Ignore my dragon. If I do a new email message, it's obviously, it's over here, right? But what I can do is, a lot of people will say, do you have a phone number or a contact information really quick for that guy? Okay. And what I will do is I will take that information over here and I will look up things like D. Rogers, and I will take this and I can actually go here and copy all of this down, right click copy, go back to my email, and then I paste that in. Okay, if I paste it all in, I have the three options with the formatting, non-formatting, and just like the paste. But if I do this there, you can see there's my email, and there's a lot of information for me to show. This is the easiest way that I get a lot of information back and forth, because they'll say, can you give me the phone number and all that kind of stuff really quickly? I do it this way, and away we go. And that's based on this information here. Okay, and that's what I do. So if I want to control that, same with this. I could go here to this company and say, what's their information? Copy it and do the same thing, right? Go to a notepad file. Right, and there's the information. It's not great because it's notepad, right? But I could do this. I could get this information in there. So you see it. And that's what it is. And that's why I actually use it. It's because I used to use Goldmine a lot back in the day. And Goldmine had something that said like edit contact details, and you could copy them. And we could copy it and would put it in the clipboard. So I just kind of use this. This was my workaround. But we do the mini console view, or the mini page layout. There it is. Mini console view is a little bit different. The mini view of the console. All right, that's the lookup. Okay. So, but one thing I did not like was if I'm in the account layout, you notice I don't have, oh, there's my billing address. I can move that in here, move it up. And I actually don't need that. I'm going to say save. So this should show me now, if I go to Ronald Williams & Company, it should show me all their address, company, the address, the product, toll information. And like I said, unfortunately, I can't get rid of these two out of the box. But you'll notice that when you first start in Salesforce, these things, these mouse overs are limited to the account name, maybe the type, maybe the status, and then like the source and parent account, which is not useful. I put in a lot of other custom fields that we need on a quick lookup. Okay, certain things that actually show up nicely. Okay, so that's it for that. Those are the 3 tips. So we've essentially gotten, like I said, the second and third tip were more the tags, and they were a combination of 2. I can tell you next month what we're going to do is do a little bit more on the document management within Salesforce. My developer is telling me that there's been a lot of changes recently to the way that we view documents. I don't know if I have it enabled yet, but going to be doing a little bit more on that, and that's what's coming next month. So in any case, have a lovely day. It was a shorter one of the tips, about 20 minutes. And you know, if any questions, anything any needs, anything else you want to do, you know, you can reach out to me at Corey, C-O-R-E-Y, at marksgroup.net, which is MARKSGROUP.net. We also have our other events that are going on. This you can always get to by marksgroup.net, and our events page is right at the top. Once you go here, we have events. In here, we've got our What's New with Goldmine, Zoho, Salesforce, right? Here's our tips that we do this every month, like I said. Okay. Going from there. Anything else that we can do for you? Don't hesitate to reach out. Looking forward to hearing from you. Any of your questions on the so on and so forth. And then this video will be available on our YouTube page, which is our YouTube Marks Group page. All these videos get posted up there so you can watch them at a later date as well. All right. Thank you, folks. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye now.